Today, Vice President J.D. Vance had to cast a tie-breaking vote to pass President Trump's giant tax and spending cuts package, his so-called Big Beautiful Bill.
This follows weeks of back and forth arguing, forcing the president to step in to convince key Republican holdouts to back his plan. The multi-trillion-dollar bill would extend tax cuts and increase funding for defense and immigration enforcement while cutting funding for Medicaid, food stamps, and green energy programs. The Congressional Budget Office estimates it would increase the deficit by nearly $3.3 trillion over 10 years. The GOP still has to get the bill through the narrowly divided House of Representatives, which is expected to return to Washington Wednesday to vote. Now, they must pass this in its exact version of the bill. Republicans want to get it to Trump's desk by Friday. Your political specialist, Sean Boyd, has been tracking this bill, of course, for us from the start.
And Sean, the Senate bill makes deeper cuts to Medicaid than the House bill.
The Congressional Budget Office says it would reduce spending on Medicaid by nearly $1 trillion over the next decade. Colorado alone is expected to lose up to $2.5 billion a year in federal funds for Medicaid. And maybe nowhere will those cuts be felt more than in rural Colorado, where half of all hospitals are already operating in the red.
We are, on an island out here.
Located in Hugo, Colorado, Lincoln Health is the only hospital on the I-70 corridor for 160 miles. The survival of those who live here depends on the survival of this hospital, which also operates family practice clinics, a nursing home, and assisted living center, all of which CEO Kevin Stansberry says is at risk under a bill that passed the U.S. Senate.
We will have to close down some services, and the challenge will be what services are not essential.
Stansberry says 80% of the patients here are on Medicaid or Medicare, both of which would take a hit under the bill. The Colorado Department of Healthcare Policy and Financing says the bill would mean a loss of between $900 million and $2.5 billion in Medicaid funds. And thousands of Coloradans, it says, could lose coverage due to red tape. The bill requires recipients to provide proof they're going to school or working every month and proof of income and citizenship every 6 months.
Our patients have to travel to Fort Morgan for in-person revalidation of their Medicaid. You're cutting access to care, which ironically could drive up the cost of care and put more financial stress on hospitals.
Stansberry says Lincoln Health would lose about 25% of its Medicaid reimbursement.
Where you live shouldn't determine if you live.
And most of the people who live here are Republican.
I'm not sure that's what people out here voted for. I don't think they voted to have their hospital decimated. This is a mission for us, and we're going to stick here. We're going to provide care to our patients. All we're asking is that we get paid equitably for it.
And Stansberry says Colorado rural hospitals are not only underpaid by Medicaid and Medicare, but commercial carriers. He says Lincoln Health receives 100% less reimbursement from commercial insurance than hospitals in the Denver metro area. And while there has been a lot of coverage of the cuts to Medicaid, you should know the bill could also impact reimbursement by Medicare. Because it adds to the deficit, it triggers the Pay-As-You-Go Act, which makes automatic cuts to federal spending. In this case, Medicare reimbursement could drop by 4%. The bill now heads back to the House, where it needs approval in its current form. They can't make changes in order to get it to the president's desk by that July 4th deadline that the president set.
And Sean, what is the biggest difference between the House and the Senate versions of the bill?
There are some differences. In terms of Medicaid, the House bill also had a provision that cut federal funding by 10% in states like Colorado that use state dollars to fund Medicaid for non-citizens. The Senate bill eliminated that. The Senate bill also created a $50 billion rural hospital fund, but Stansberry says at this point it's really unclear how that is going to be dispersed, how it's going to work.
Okay. Now, you also reported that the bill that passed the House would impact people who get insurance on the exchange. Does the Senate bill have that too?
Right, it does. The American Rescue Plan capped premiums during COVID at 8.5% of a household's income. That was huge in states like Colorado. I mean, we're among the highest healthcare costs in the world, actually. That provision expires the end of this year, and neither bill extended it. So, you know, in these areas where we have such high healthcare costs, mountains, rural communities, they could see their premiums double at the end of this year.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, Sean, thank you.